Right, guys, today is another episode of Club Review, and today I want to have a look at Arsenal, who, with Mikel Arteta as manager, are currently in a good position to get fourth spot. Okay, so Arsenal's form lately has been really good, and they're like out of the five teams that a month ago looked like they were challenging for fourth spot. Arsenal are the only real team who aren't really dropping points in games they shouldn't be. Man United have, Spurs have, West Ham have, and Wolves definitely have. Whereas Arsenal, the only points I think they've dropped recently are to Liverpool, which Liverpool are going for the title, so it's not the worst result ever. In the League Cup, they made it to the semi-final, and they got. However, in the FA Cup, it was a disappointing loss to Nottingham Forest. In domestic cups, all right. Well, poor in the FA Cup, all right in the League Cup. But in the league, yeah, they're definitely the favourites to get top four now, and it would be a massive disappointment for them if they don't get it. After all their recent form, like you very rarely these days see Arsenal lose to a mid-table team or bottom of the table team, which it is a bit like the Arsenal of old about 10 years ago under Wenger when they had Fabregas, Van Persie, Vermaelen, Nasri, Arshavin. Like they weren't going for the title, but they were consistently up there, if you know what I mean. Okay, so Arsenal's best starting 11 has Aaron Ramsdale in goal, obviously. He's been superb this season. You could probably make a claim that he's been the best goalkeeper in the league this season. I think there are also a few other contenders in Edouard Mendy, Alisson, and who else? Maybe De Gea's been all right. Jose Sarr for Wolves has had a good season too. So he's up there still. In defence, Tomiyasu at right back. He's been playing well for Arsenal this season. He's missed the past few games. But considering he's really a centre-back playing right back, he is very good. Alongside Ben White, Gabriel and Kieran Tierney, three very good young defenders who, are good enough to keep a place in the team if Arsenal improve going forward. And then midfield three of Thomas Partey being like the aggressive holding midfielder, Granit Xhaka and Odegaard. Again, Xhaka's sort of the similar role to Partey. It's maybe slightly more box to box, and Odegaard is definitely the creative outlet in the midfield, with Bukayo Saka and Martinelli on the wings and Lacazette down in the middle. Smith Rowe's unlucky not to get in the lineup at the moment because, he's been really good this season. Has got a place in the England team. It's just unfortunate that his two positions are sort of taken up by Odegaard, who's been brilliant recently, and also Martinelli, who, is also brilliant. So he is really unlucky in that regard. But yeah, it's a good starting 11. Very few weaknesses. Weaknesses. And then Mikel Arteta, he's doing a really good job with Arsenal at the moment. I think a lot of people's opinion of him will have changed over time. I remember this whole trust the process thing in his first 6 months there, which it's taken 18 months for it to start working successfully. But now he has got some of the players in he wanted, like Ben White and Martin Odegaard. Like, it is starting to work really well. So you have to give him a lot of credit for that. And also he has managed to get rid of a lot of the players that were sort of part of this era at Arsenal that, very little success. I mean, they won a couple of trophies in the FA Cup and the Community Shield. But they're like, I mean, Aubameyang, who overall did all right for the club, I guess. Kolasinac, Mustafi, who else? A few others, maybe. Francis Coquelin might be a bit harsh, but you get the idea. Players that weren't really good enough. Hector Bellerin might go onto that sort of category as well. But Arteta, he's got Arsenal playing really good football again, which I mean is what Arsenal fans want, and they're currently getting success out of it this season. So at the moment, he's doing a very good job. Okay, so for incoming players, I've picked three positions I feel they could do with a player in the summer. And I've gone with centre back because behind Ben White and Gabriel at the moment, and like if we're assuming Tomiyasu is playing right back as well, the only real defenders, the only real centre back they've got is Rob Holding. And really, nowadays, you need at least 4 centre backs in your squad if you're going to be a Champions League side. So I've gone with a young player because Arsenal, that's what Arsenal are currently doing. They're signing young, exciting talents who would fit the team well. So I've gone with Lloyd Kelly because he's a very versatile player for one, which I mean would help Arsenal because they are short on defenders overall, really. Even at fullback, they're having to play Tomiyasu, who I've already said is a centre back, really. And then they've got Cedric, and left back Kieran Tierney is very good. Tavares, he's good going forward, but not the greatest defensively. So I've gone with Lloyd Kelly because he's versatile, he's brilliant passer of the ball, good in possession, which would be needed to play in this Arteta team. And obviously versatile as well, can play at left back as well as centre back. And then I've gone with central midfielder because once again they are limited in that position, and it could be in a position that could be upgraded with Granit Xhaka's position, possibly. Although I don't think Xhaka's as bad as a lot of people make him out to be. Like if we look at that game in the Euros last summer against France, he was phenomenal that game for Switzerland. Like if he hadn't played, I very much doubt Switzerland would have gone through on penalties. But I've gone with Arta from Juventus, formerly of Barcelona as well. Brilliant passer, wins a lot of fouls, which would be useful for Arsenal as they tend to score quite a few goals these days from set pieces, which is quite surprising considering they're not associated as being a very physical team and can also shoot from distance as well. And then the final player I've gone with is a number 9 because they do need a number 9 with their only 2 recognised strikers, both potentially leaving in the summer, and also they could possibly be upgraded as well. I've gone with Victor Osimhen from Napoli, brilliant finisher, brilliant dribbler, and also it can score headers as well, decent in the air, which is another like sort of option for Arsenal if they need one. So yeah, I think he would be a good signing, although he might cost a bit, which is the only problem. But yeah, that's who I'd go. I think Arsenal should sign in the summer. Okay, so yeah, in summary, Arsenal doing really well at the moment. I'll give them an 8 out of 10 because this season it's been a massive improvement on the past 2 or 3 seasons. And they finally look like, after a long time, they look like they're heading in the right direction. They just need to keep on improving the team as much as possible. Maybe sign like a few squad players that are useful as well, like even like a couple of experienced players like that aren't going to just hang around and like clearly like just try and get one big payday out of everything. I mean, like a James Milner, like Liverpool signed in 2015, someone that's going to help the young players and be a really useful squad player. So I think that's what they could possibly do with as well. But other than that, yeah, really good right now, Arsenal. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.